Yo, what up? Bruce Rain here, Trader's Ambition. Check this out, guys. You know, it's not always sunshine and rays as we talk about, right? Pip. If you know Forex, you know Pip. P-I-P. Pip. But Pip to me also means something else, and that's turning your pain into progress. Turning your pain into progress. Not sitting around and not letting the qualms of life beat you down to the point where you refuse to move. You just stay still. That's easy to do, man. It's easy to just stand still when bad things happen to you. Because it's fear. It's keeping you from moving. You don't want it to happen again, so you don't engage again. And I'm talking about today specifically about relationships. Most traders have a hard time with relationships because of the distraction that it causes. When they try to get back on the charts, the only thing they can think about is that relationship. You know, I just recently had a breakup, and it was with a woman that I still love to this day. You know, we were dating before, it didn't work out, we tried it again, and we just had the dumbest argument. And I'm just like, yo, why did we do that? Why didn't we try to work it out? And then it hit me, it's like, it's not that you didn't love each other, you love each other a lot. But sometimes things just don't work out, even when you really want them to, right? And that's okay. You know, because if you truly care about somebody, and I'm gonna be real, this isn't about being petty. If you truly care, truly love someone, you want them to be happy, even if it's not with you. So, that being said, you know, it's a dark day. Literally, it's like raining outside. Kind of fits the mood. Sucks. I found myself watching like old school R&B videos, and I was singing old songs. And I was like, nah, let me get up and do something with my day. And I still, you know, find it hard to keep moving because it sucks, man. You know, you go from waking up and you get your nice little text messages and I love yous, and all of it stops. It's like, damn. You know, like, that was my routine for so long. My bad, I had something to watch. Anyway, it's like, that was my routine for so long, and now it's done. It's over with. That's no longer my reality. My reality has shifted. I'm over here and I see a sign for like an ad for Tinder just pop up on one of the buildings next to me. Anyways, that's crazy. But I'm sick of Tinder too. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Like, no, I don't want to meet you weirdos. Bunch of weirdos alive. You had to deal with that. But yeah, man, you know, it's tough. It's rough, and I don't blame anybody who's dealing with this. I don't make light of the fact that you were suffering, because I get it, man. But you know what I'm realizing, especially as I get older, because I'm noticing time is so valuable, man. You shouldn't waste it. And you shouldn't waste somebody else's. Because that time is something they can never get back. You know, and I don't know, you know, I would love for things to work out with me and this young lady, but it's like, is it the right thing to do, right? Do I have the right to take this woman's time if I'm not giving her 100%? You know, and I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but there were a lot of requirements that I was just like, this is crazy, you know. But it sucks, man. I mean, we all been there, man. I told you guys, I'm definitely not on the whole script thing all the time. Sometimes we're gonna have some real conversations, and this is one of them. When it distracts you from your purpose, whatever that may be, you know, we call this trader's ambition, but of course this can apply to anything. If it's not helping you get to where you want to be, then you gotta let it go. It's a liability, it's a debt, right? And people that enter your life need to be assets. You invest in your assets in the hope that they give you something back, such as a dividend, right? They shouldn't be causing you pain. They shouldn't be taking up mental space. They shouldn't be frustrating you, because that is known as a debt. And the best way for you to get out of debt is to start cutting things off, right? Start reinvesting your time in other things that could give you a return. What is the return on your investment? The return on your time. What is it? That's what you got to think about, right? You know, I started going to the gym a lot more, and I'm realizing I'm so grateful, because I'm like, man, I hate to be out of shape and then dealing with a breakup. That sucks, yeah. Like, and there's not no shade against anybody who's severely overweight, because I've been there. I've been that dude. But it's like, man, you ain't doing nothing. You taking the L too on top of that? Like, that sucks. All right. Sorry. My bad. But feel me on this one. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to be the bigger person. And by the bigger person, you have to say, if I know I got time that I can never get back, then every interaction, everything that I'm involved in, it needs to build towards the betterment for both of us. It needs to increase our lives simultaneously. There should be something there that says, hey, when I'm with this person, I'm growing and I'm becoming a better person, right? And, you know, who knows, man? I don't know what the future may hold, but I do know that things happen that you can't even expect. And, you know, I know you can't plan for. All you can do is to prepare your body and your mind for whatever that may be, whenever it may happen. You know, that's what David Goggins is on. That's what he's like, yo, if I put myself in that mind state ahead of time, then anything that happens won't catch me off guard, because I've already been prepared for it. Low-key, I'm starting to get like that too. I'm starting to put myself in situations that I don't normally put myself in, just to adapt. That's the only way you're gonna grow. You can't stay in your comfort zone. You know, you've heard the saying, probably through movies and shows, etc. In order to have what you've never had, you have to do what you've never done. You know, little things like that. You have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the only way to real growth. As you know, as a trader, every time you take that trade, man, there's that fear, like, it may go against me, but you do it anyway. That takes strength. It takes a lot of strength. So keep your heads up. Keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing. Keep walking. And turn your pain into progress. Get something for your pain. Because on the other side of pain, there's a reward. But not all pain, but, you know, pain like working out. You know what I mean? That type of pain. I ain't talking like somebody walks up and just, like, hit you with a knife. Blah. Gonna be a reward at the end of this. Nah. Not that type of pain. Somebody gonna beat you up for no reason. Yeah, he knocked out my left tooth, but it's a reward coming. No, you just got knocked out, bro. That's a different type of pain. Don't misconstrue. Okay, find a way to laugh, even in the hard times, guys. That's my advice. All right, remember to smile. Keep doing the best you can, man. We're walking into a new week. You got this. Bruce Wayne, Trader's Ambition. Let's get it.